stuff. Well, let's bring it back to Earth and head over to Tony for a quick check of our forecast. What's up, Tony?
Hey, good morning, Regina. Things are looking a little foggy out there as we kick off the day, kick off the new year. And that's really, for folks who aren't sleeping in because it was a busy night last night. But for folks who maybe have to head out this morning, get some exercise, go to work, this is kind of the weather impact that you want to be aware of, and it's the fog situation. It is up there. 69 degrees, and usually we can show you cameras, and this time of morning we're looking for a beautiful sunrise and, all that good stuff. Not the brightest starts to the year or the day today as the fog has really swarmed the scene. Here's the map, and everywhere you're seeing fractions, and not just like a couple miles and maybe a half a mile. We are all, for the most part, seeing visibilities under a mile out there. And for some areas, it's really super, super dense. And that's where we find these numbers like a quarter of a mile. That's enough to slow you down. And that's why we got to be really, really cautious as you're out and about. Look at the numbers across Polk County. Quarter mile visibilities are common. Eighth of a mile. It gets even lower. And so basically the bottom line is it's thick out there, and we got to be careful, right? Drive slow, give yourself extra distance between you and the vehicle in front of you. You use those low beams. Just take it easy out there. We will get through this. It may take some time, though. You look at the forecast visibility numbers, and you see that through 9 o'clock, we're still pretty much socked in, okay? By about 10, 11, maybe up, noon even, is when we'll start to really burn off some of the fog. So don't be surprised you're out and about midday and it still kind of looks like it does now a little bit, or at least starts to feel that way. Then we'll improve, obviously, during the day. The exception might be along the coast and the bay and over the Gulf, where sea fog could be a problem much of the day. And then get ready to do the same thing again tomorrow. This is Monday morning. We're back down there with numbers all the way down. Our setup is very favorable for fog because we've brought back so much moisture in the low levels of our atmosphere. And whenever you see those temperatures really get down close to those dew points, you get that condensation and that fog. We got a cold front moving through. It's the same one that brought all the showers you maybe had to deal with during the afternoon hours yesterday. It had close to a third of an inch of rain in Tampa officially. This one does not have any cool air with it, but it does have a lot of clouds that'll hang tough for much of the day. And I'm not going to rule out the occasional spritz of rain. It's not a repeat of yesterday, but if you're out and about later this afternoon, could you get a sprinkle, an isolated shower? That's a possibility. No better than a 10% chance today. It's 4 o'clock, and you see we're mostly cloudy, and there's a couple of drops, but that's about it. I mentioned the temperatures aren't changing with this one. We are all above average. You're thinking this time of the year we're the 50s to start. You want 50s, you got to drive to like Tallahassee or Atlanta. That's where the cool air is. It's never going to make it here, though, because we don't have enough of that push. And if you're hoping for at least the air to get more comfortable or drier, that's going to take some time, too, just because we don't have a strong enough cold front yet. The story today is about the fog. Once the fog lifts, the clouds hang around, so temperatures will be a little bit slower to move. Incredible yesterday. We were only low 70s because of the clouds and the showers. I think it's a drier day, so maybe we climb to mid to upper 70s territory. As you're out and about today, forecasting how about 78 degrees, maybe 77. Cloud-dependent type of day, an isolated shower possibility, but most of you should stay dry. Your boating is not great today. There's actually a dense fog advisory in effect through about 10 o'clock this morning because of the sea fog situation. By the numbers, it's not bad. The winds are light, and it's a light chop, starting to bring the Gulf temperature now out of the 50s into the 60s. And we'll keep doing that as we hang on to a warm start to the new year. Rain chances are back Wednesday, Thursday. Doesn't look like a super high chance, but that is the one that's going to bring us the cooler air and the much more comfortable finish to the week.